Remember the quaint term lunch hour? Well, who does that anymore? With firing off emails, returning phone calls, and let's face it, shopping online, we all have been eating more at the desk. And so if you've lost that luxury, we've got Prevention Magazine here to tell us about dining al desco and how to do it well, how to do it nutritiously, and how to do it with some flavor. And joining us to talk about it is Cynthia Sass, registered dietitian with Prevention Magazine. Thanks for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So we've had breakfast, we've had lunch, we've even had dinner at our desk. What can we do to like spice it up a little bit?
You know, the great thing is that some of these packaged foods that you can bring with you that are literally ready to eat, or all they require is a little microwaving, are actually a lot more healthy than they used to be. You know, not all packaged food is loaded with trans fats and sodium. There are lots of great products out there, so I brought a bunch of them to show you.
Great, let's start with breakfast. What can we do that's not so bad for our bodies?
Okay, well, 1/3 of us eat breakfast at work. So instead of those frappuccinos that are loaded with sugar and have a low amounts of protein, you can do something like this. This is a protein shake. It has 20 grams of protein. That's the amount in a chicken breast. And protein in the morning is going to help you stay alert and awake in the morning, which is what we all need.
And no carbo crash is what you're saying.
Right, something like this, a bar where all the ingredients are words you can recognize. There's nothing artificial in there. They're loaded with lots of great protein and fiber. It's going to help regulate your blood sugar throughout the morning. Even these, which are 100% fruit, if you don't want to bring a piece of fruit that gets bruised in your bag, you can bring these. They're called Stretch Island. It's fruit leather. It's 100% fruit. And even these, where all you have to do is add your milk, which you can actually buy in something that doesn't even have to be refrigerated, and bring a spoon, eat breakfast at your desk while you're getting lots of fiber and whole grains and protein.
That's fantastic. And what about lunch? I mean, as somebody who's like had lunch out of the vending machine far too often, what do you recommend?
A whopping 74% of us eat lunch at the desk. So what we can do is these frozen dinners that are made with whole grains. They, you know, when you look at those ingredients, don't just look at the calories. Look past that, because it's not just calories, but it's the quality of what you're eating. These are made with whole grains, no trans fats, low sodium, lots of great fiber, and you can just microwave them in minutes and literally have a complete meal with, you know, some carbohydrates, some protein, some healthy fats, and that will get you through. Because when we're sitting at our desk, we're burning about 100 calories an hour. So you only need about a 400-calorie lunch to get you through to that next afternoon snack.
And now I understand we have a meal on a tray prepared. Let's take a look. Is something like this need to be refrigerated or frozen?
Yeah, you know, what you need at work is a freezer and a refrigerator, a microwave, and a can opener. If you have that, you are ready to go.
Okay, I think I can handle that.
you know, instead of a giant burrito from around the corner or a couple slices of pizza, here's a couple great examples. This is a pizza pocket, but it's not one of those really processed ones with, you know, all the artificial stuff. And a great, you know, beans are one of the highest fiber foods on the planet. So an enchilada with a side of beans and a side of corn. Corn actually has a lot of antioxidants in it. You know, all this is going to energize you and keep you fuller for about 4 hours and give you that more level energy throughout the afternoon instead of that spike and drop that a lot of us experience when our lunch is something like a candy bar and a soda. Right,
I've done that. So most office places have microwaves, but what if you don't have a fridge? Is there a way around that?
Well, you know, the other thing that you can do is, in a lot of office areas, there are convenience stores around the corner that have frozen food sections that carry some of these items. So that's a great idea.
I suppose you could bring in a cooler, too, with an ice box.
Yeah, absolutely. Those pack it with ice.
Okay, and then what about that mid-afternoon, low blood sugar moment that we've all had where we're dying to take a nap, but instead,
again, you want to have some protein in there, and the two best sources would be nuts. They are loaded with nutrients. They've got fiber and protein. In fact, nuts have a lot of the minerals that a lot of us are missing in our diet. And even in something like this, it's portion controlled, which is great, but it's very low in sodium.
I need that.
Yeah, you could you could eat the whole can of nuts if you had the whole can. And then something like a low-fat organic string cheese, again, great source of protein and calcium, so you're getting all those nutrients in. Because if we're eating most of these meals at work and they're low nutrient, by the end of the day, we're really falling short on the things like calcium and fiber and minerals and vitamins and antioxidants. So it's, you know, it's great news that you can eat healthfully at work, even with packaged foods.
I steal those from my kids all the time, but that's also a good alternative for your children because you can throw them in your lunchbox. I mean, I'm all for string cheese.
Whole grain crackers, microwave popcorn, that's light. You know, microwave popcorn is a whole grain, and 3 cups, which is 3 baseballs worth of popcorn, generally only has about 75 to 100 calories, but it really fills you up. Instead of something that you eat it, it's got a lot of calories, but you're hungry again an hour later because there's no fiber, there's no protein, and it's not filling.
The only problem is don't burn the microwave in the office microwave. I mean,
Right.
don't microwave
Yes.
popcorn because that happens all the time,
And
right?
keep your microwave clean. That's another thing. A lot of these office, desk areas, the desk area itself can be a little bit dirty. So you
Right.
might want to bring, something like a placemat to put down and just wash your hands
Oh, that's a
before and
great
after you
idea.
eat.
Right.
All the foodborne illness that's in the office area because of all these germs that run
Yes,
around.
we've done stories for 2020 about the
Exactly.
germs that are from
Yes.
eating, basically.
So get those healthy foods and wash your hands before and after.
and this looks like hummus in a cup.
This is hummus, and what I love about this
Right.
is you don't have to bring the whole tub.
Right.
You don't have to worry about bringing the pita with it. It's all packaged and ready to eat. It's kind of portion controlled as well, so you're not going to go overboard, because that's an issue. If you are checking emails while you're eating, you can really lose track
Right.
of how much you're eating. So, and because it's made from chickpeas, it's got no cholesterol, no saturated fat, no trans fat. You got some fiber and some protein in there. So again, it's going to energize you a lot more.
It sounds like the registered dietitian you are. Thank you, Cynthia Satz of
Thank
Prevention
you.
Magazine. I appreciate your time. You're watching Good Morning America now. Stay with us.